What is up, guys? It's Jimbo here and welcome back to another Cyberpunk video. Today we're going to be going over one of the best katanas that you can get in the game for absolutely free. All it takes you is a little bit of your own time to go through some of the side stuff in the game, but it will work with the katana build, the melee build that I put on the channel a couple of days ago and in the future ones, and this thing is absolutely crazy. The katana I am talking about is the Byakko. I'm going to tell you how to get your hands on it and go over the footage of the weapon itself, so let's jump in. This katana is super simple to get hold of. All you need to do is do all of the gigs for Byakko. Gigs will include things such as stealing something specific from an area, going in taking out a bunch of enemies, or getting an NPC out of a situation. Whether you go in stealth or loud, it's entirely up to you, and you have to complete 8 of them for Byakko, and then eventually once you've done that final 8th gig, you will have the ability to have it drop from either your stash. It will be in your stash itself that you can go and get, or you can actually get it from the drop point at the end of a mission and it will be a reward. For some reason, sometimes it's given me at the drop point with certain rewards, and then other times it's given me at the stash in my apartment, so I'm not entirely sure. And here's the cool thing about it. Because of the way that the leveling system works within the game, if you pick this up when you are a high enough level, it will drop as an iconic tier 5, and that means you can upgrade it into a +5, and then there's a ++, I believe, after that. Because when I have picked up stuff, it does come up as grey when I've done some of the things that you can get in your stash, and then I've picked it up and it does become a yellow, orange, whatever you want to call it, but it's really high tier, and that's how you can kind of get a lot of these exotics. If you pick them up when you are a little bit higher, they will drop a little bit better for you. So let's actually go over the katana itself, combining it with all of the extra buffs and such that you get from a melee build with blades and katanas. The stats on the weapon are that it has a 25% armor penetration and a +30% chance to bleed. The other cool thing about the weapon is that it has this ability, once you've killed an enemy, to go into like super overdrive quickfire mode, where you swing this thing as quick as humanly possible, and then it chains as well. So if you kill one enemy, go to the next enemy, chop them up, and you can essentially go through a whole bunch of enemies and destroy them. Combining that with all of the buffs, as I said, with the melee build and with a tier 5 Sandevistan, which is what I was using, everything gets slowed. You run into an encounter, you chop everything up with the katana, and then you eventually, once your Sandevistan runs out, you are there and there's a bunch of dead bodies around and you basically killed everything. Now, there are a few different katanas in the game. There's the Satori, there's also the Arata, there's the Black Unicorn as well. And I chose to try and get this one because I wanted to see how it would fare against all of the others. And because of that rapid combo effect, it means that you can put out so many more strikes on the specific enemies that you are targeting a lot easier, compared to having to put, for example, the Satori away to then throw out the Nihan to then give it out again. It's like an extra added step, which is why I like it. And because you're bleeding things as well, you can stack that bleeding effect with this compared to if you're using potentially the Arata, which is when you are using the Arata, that will have a burn chance, so it will set enemies on fire, but that doesn't really play into what you want to be using. And I do think that there is the Scalpel as well, which gives you additional crit chance, which could be very good, but I have chose here with the Byakko because I think it is very awesome, and it takes relatively no work if you think about it. I have done a video on some other katanas that you can get, but I think this is probably my favorite one. So go and get this because it will feature in my upcoming build that I'm working on, getting my way up to level 50. So there you go, guys. There's a quick way to get yourself a katana, an overview of the weapon. And as always, if this has been helpful and informative, leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell as always. And this has been Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.